What is up, guys? It's your boy Steve, digging Dallas metal detecting. I'm out doing something a little different today. Well, something I'm doing different, recording. I do this every day. I just don't record it, but I'm going on my morning walk. I'm a little late this morning. I was so tired from working the whole weekend. We had about 10 or 12 babies that we delivered over the weekend. That was just on Saturday. And then we had another 5 or 6 babies on Sunday night. So I was worn out. Lots of C-sections, lots of things going on, lots of craziness that we often get in labor and delivery. I'm a registered nurse there, and I'm working on my master's so I can become a family nurse practitioner. So I should graduate next year and be done with that, and I'll take my boards, and hopefully I'll pass and be a provider. Give some good care, some good advice, lots of good education to patients so they can be healthy, take care of themselves. So I'm out here taking care of myself, making sure that I stay healthy so I can give my patients the best advice that they can get to help themselves to stay healthy. We'll work on diet and exercise and, medication, management, those types of things, but just depending on what kind of patient it is. But I'm out getting my walk in. It's just going to be about 2 miles from my house up to where there is a parking ride and back. It's exactly, from my house, it's exactly 1 mile. If I walk all the way up to the parking ride to the stop sign on the main street and back to my house, it's exactly 2 miles. So it takes about 30 minutes. And to be healthy, you can lose weight if you walk 30 minutes a day. Can be beneficial for you. If you want to lose weight, you can do that with diet and exercise. You don't have to get out there and go crazy with exercise. Just a moderate walk. I'm not walking very fast, just a brisk, kind of regular walk. But you can start out, however you want to. Start out slow. Don't have to walk a mile. Walk a couple blocks. Walk 1 block and walk back to your house. Start out that way. Then the next day, walk 2 blocks. Whatever you can tolerate and, whatever you can manage to do. You don't have to walk miles and miles. Now, when I was up to my full potential, I was walking 10 miles a day. And so I do 10 miles in the morning, and then in the afternoon I do like 5 miles on my bike, and then I would do that. I was going crazy with it, but you don't have to do that. I found out that you can lose weight just doing, just about 30 minutes a day is all you need to do. And you can lose a few pounds a week doing that. Don't have to go crazy with it. So I was out, I guess, metal detecting all last week, and I did some even on Saturday, which I probably shouldn't have done. So I detected on Saturday morning before work. I was so hyped and full of adrenaline, I couldn't sleep. I wanted to lay down and sleep and take a nap before work. I could not do it. I tried and I tried to go to sleep. So I end up being up like 27 hours straight. So that was way too many hours without sleep. I was done for. I was done for. So it was tiring, to say the least, but it was okay. everything worked out in the long run. Morning. Yeah, so it was okay. So I'm gonna get out here today and try to get a good brisk walk in, a couple miles. There's one person I saw walking right now, out walking his dog. I often see him out walking with that dog. He's slimmed down a lot. That guy used to be a bigger guy, and he walks every day religiously. Some days I miss, but he's been walking. And so I'm getting back on my regimen, and I'm gonna do my 2 miles every day for the rest of this month, and then throughout the rest of the year. I was at 230 when I was at my doctor's office about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and I'm down to 209 right now. But I do a lot of walking when I metal detect, and so you know, us detectorists, we get out there and we don't pay attention to how far we actually walk when we're out metal detecting. You're probably walking that many miles just out detecting, especially if you do multiple places like I do. When I go out and detect, I go out and detect in multiple tot lots or baseball fields, and I do the whole thing. And so you may have walked 5 miles in a day if you do, 2, 3, 4, 5 tot lots in one day. I'm gonna hit them hard tomorrow. There's one tot lot that I found in Duncanville, and I think you've seen it in one of my videos. I'm gonna go back there. I hit that tot lot pretty hard, but I got a little criticism from some of my viewers saying that I look like I enjoy what I do, but my swing is crazy. But I've told y'all that before. I've said I know that I'm missing a lot of area when I swing. I should probably slow my pace down and swing more and not take so many steps, because I'm missing a whole bunch of area that I'm not detecting. So I'm probably missing coins and treasures and relics and missing tones that I probably could have gotten, but I'm missing them. And plus I use that double D 6-inch coil just because I do a lot of tot lots, and so to kind of discriminate some of the trash out and able to kind of pinpoint my targets better, I use that smaller coil. I do have the big coil. I think it's 12-inch coil that came with the Detectorist Pro, and I was using that. It makes it a little heavy. I've tried using it. I use it for feel. So if I'm doing a large open field, I'll put the 12-inch on. But when I'm doing tot lots, and there's so much trash, so many pull tabs, you guys know, so many aluminum packaging and juice pouches and foil, that smaller coil is what I need to help me kind of pinpoint coins. I'm mostly pinpointing coins. There's not much treasure. I did find that silver ring, and so I did make a short about the silver ring, and I used my little microscope that I got on Amazon to look for a stamp in there. And I was thinking it was trash, because the way that it rang up on the Detectorist Pro, it rang up high 70s, high 80s. So I thought for sure it was probably a quarter until I moved the wood chips out of the way and I saw roundness. And so I picked it up and I was like, oh, it could be stainless steel or something like that. And that's why it rang up the reading that it gave me. But then I bought a tester on Amazon, bought a gold testing kit, test silver, gold, platinum, palladium, And so you can do 10 karat, 14 karat, 18 karat, 22 karat gold. So I tested the silver, and it came back silver. So I took another look at it. I say, let me see if I can see any kind of stamp, because I really hadn't. That's been last week when I found this ring. So I finally got around to it, and I say, I'm just gonna see if I can just clean it really well and see if it's actually silver. Man, I was floored, because this is my first actual silver that I found, besides a coin, silver jewelry. The two gold items that I found, they were both pendants, and kind of almost the same. One's a little bit smaller. It's a 10K pendant, some kind of religious pendant, and it's 10K gold. It's stamped 10K. The second one that I found was actually a 14K pendant, kind of the same, but it was not as oval. It was more round shape, more solid, and it had diamonds around the pendant. And it's the same type of religious pendant, but it had different gold content. So this one's 14K. It's a heavier gold. You can tell, you know, immediately when you pick it up that little pendant is heavy, and it's solid on the back and shiny and polished, and it's stamped 14K with those diamonds. I think it had 23 diamonds around it, small diamonds, maybe like 0.05 or 0.06, somewhere around there. Small diamonds. I mean, somebody could probably use those in a wedding ring if they wanted to buy loose diamonds. I don't have a scale, so I don't know how many grams it is, but I can guarantee you when I get done with this walk, I'm gonna go on Amazon and buy me one of those little bitty scales, and so I can see how much that ring weighs, and we'll see what the silver is. It said 925, and it had like a little, I guess, a candelabra or something like that. I guess that means sterling. I would guess is what I'm thinking that means. But it did have a 925 stamp, and I showed that under the microscope that I have. I got that microscope because some coin, the dates are hard to read. My vision's not that great, even with reading glasses on, and sometimes those coins are so dirty you still can't see the dates. So I got that little microscope just to help me to read the dates on coins. You can actually see with that thing great. You can take pictures, you can take short video, you can hook it to your laptop or computer and then blow it up even more. It hooks up through there, and then you can actually download the pictures or little short videos to your laptop. You just plug the microscope into your computer or your laptop, and bam, you got instant video or pictures that you've taken with the microscope. This is a good little tool to use, especially if you're a detectorist and you're, you know, taking pictures and cataloging items. This is a good way to be able to do it. It gives you a great view of the coin or the ring or whatever else that you have under that microscope that you want to use. If you got relics or something and it's got little bitty writing on it, that's a great way to use that to see that writing, even like with a magnifying glass or something like that. And that's what I got to get to. I got to get me like a little magnifying glass to put in my bag, so I can have that out in the field when I find coins or something else or rings that has a stamp and I can't see it. I guess a magnifying glass would be great, and I think they have those on Amazon also, some little small ones that you can just stick in your pocket. There's a squirrel running in front of me with an acorn. He's probably about to go bury it, so we'll have a new tree sometime in 10 years or so. He's not afraid because people walk here all the time. So he just ran right in front of me. Nobody bothers him. So they're used to people walking this sidewalk. So I'm going from the back of the neighborhood where I live to the front of the neighborhood. And it goes all the way up to the main road. Then there's a park and ride on the right-hand side. And once I get to that stop sign, and my watch will tell me, hey, you went 1 mile. And it's almost like right on the money. Exactly 1 mile from my house to this stop sign up here. And then that'll give me 2 miles because I have to get back home. So walk up, walk back. And it takes about 30 minutes. And 30 minutes is a great starting point if you're going to start exercising to lose weight, to get your heart healthy. It's a great starting point. Half an hour, 30 minutes is good time to start with. Make sure all these cars and stuff. A lot of traffic out today it's almost 11 o'clock this morning. Not too hot yet, but it's hot. I haven't started sweating yet. I haven't broke a sweat, and I almost did this 1 mile walk and haven't broke a sweat. So it's not too bad. I do exercise my Second Amendment rights when I walk. Not expecting anything, but you never know. This world is crazy. I hear people out jogging, walking all the time. They run into unexpected trouble. I'm not looking for any, but I want to make it back home. So I do exercise my Second Amendment all the time, no matter where I go. To the store, to the gas station, wherever. To a restaurant. I exercise that. If I'm just going for a drive or if I'm out detecting, you can be rest assured that I'm exercising my Second Amendment right. And I'm just out to have fun. I love detecting. I love getting out there. It's a different zone that I'm in when I'm out metal detecting. When I'm out metal detecting and I'm listening to those tones and I'm watching the ground and I'm waiting for the reveal to what I find under those wood chips, or when I dig a plug, and I guess it's the thrill of the hunt. I guess it's like guys when they go deer hunting or hunting for hogs or something like that. It's the hunt, and it's the kill. And hey, it's the same thing with metal detecting. I get a thrill out of going to a place and discovering things that nobody else has discovered. I love it. I love metal detecting. I did it as a kid. I did it for years and years back when I got my second metal detector. And it was just a cheap one, just because I loved it so much. And so I bought one, but I didn't have a lot of money. I'm a college student and stuff, so I was in college then. And so I bought me a Bounty Hunter 2, and I use that thing forever. I still have it. It's in the garage right now, and I'm gonna donate it to one of the nurses that I work with. Her son's been watching metal detecting videos, and he is hooked, and he wants a metal detector. So I was like, hey, don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on a metal detector, and then he's not gonna like it. So I'm going to donate my Bounty Hunter 2 to him and just let him have that one. I don't have a real expensive one now. I have a Xterra Pro, and so far I like what it can do. I'm learning it. I'm getting used to it. I don't change a lot of settings and stuff like that. Not yet. Maybe once I get more advanced with it, and then I'll start messing with settings and that kind of thing. But right now, I don't mess with that stuff. I put it on Park 1 or Park 2. Even when I'm doing fields, I don't put it on Field 1 and Field 2. I still leave it in park mode, because most of these fields around these parks are full of junk and full of trash. There's lots of cans. You know, you guys know. You detectorists know what's in that ground. So I'm at 99.99 miles. So here in a second, probably gonna hit 1 mile. There we go.
Split pace, 18 minutes.
We got 1 mile in. We'll walk to the end of this little strip. Lots of traffic out here today. This place stays busy. They're doing a lot of construction up here. So there's a lot of construction going on. And I may just keep going around. I may not even go back that way, because I can still get a mile in if I keep going this way. So we may just head on down the main street here in Glen Heights, and we'll go around. We'll go down the service road and head back home, and that'll still give me 2 miles, just in the sun, not as much shade, because if I go back the way that I came, I'm under a canopy of trees, and so it's pretty good. But sometimes I just keep going, just keep walking. You know, when you get in the groove, then you don't want to stop your momentum, and I'll just keep going and just keep walking. And before you know it, you walk 5 miles or so. I'm not gonna walk 5 miles today. We're gonna get in 2 miles, and we're heading back home now. I'm just going a different route. I didn't want to turn back and go back that way. You've seen that layout, so you know what's there. Just houses and fences and squirrels and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna go this way. Lots of traffic up here today, because they're doing lots and lots of construction. They built us a new car wash, which is a big deal for this little small town. I'm in between Dallas and Red Oak in Glen Heights, which is about 20 miles south of Dallas, and Red Oak is about 25 miles south of Dallas. And then you have DeSoto, Lancaster, Duncanville, Oak Cliff, and then you head into downtown Dallas. I work in downtown Dallas at a hospital, so I do a lot of driving that way, but I'm here, and mostly all the parks that I do, I've done every park here in DeSoto and Glen Heights, in Waxahachie, which is about 30 miles south of Dallas, and so I've done all those parks. And so now I go to Dallas. There's lots of parks that I haven't done in Dallas. I found that one that was downtown and found, I don't know, $18 in quarters, lots of dollar coins. I was like, how did these even get here? Maybe some kids had them, parents gave it to them, but they lost them. I found them. They're clean. I've already rolled them up, so they're in coin rollers. So I think it equaled my hunt total so far is about $40 in quarters that have been clean and tumbled and scrubbed, and they're all rolled up and ready to either turn in, or I'll just spend them like that. I'm trying to save for my next upgrade. I want to upgrade to the Xterra Elite, and I'm kind of taking it slow so I can get used to these machines, and I'll move to the Xterra Elite because it's multi-frequency, and so they say the VDI on multi-frequency machines is a little bit more stable. So I'm going to try that and see if that's true. I've watched some videos of you guys using the Xterra Elite, and it seems like the numbers are, like they say, kind of stable. And your VDI numbers that you look at for coins and, you know, for gold and silver are a little bit more reliable. So I'm gonna see if I can upgrade to that. Sorry about the noise. It's like I was telling you, they were doing a lot of construction down here, so there's a lot of construction going on, but when it's done, it's gonna be great. I've been trying to fix the roads and everything, which is a good thing. So we needed the roads fixed here, just because there's so many people who have moved this way and moved out here. They're moving further and further south into the rural kind of suburban areas, and so when we moved to this place, it was nothing but cornfields, cattle, and horses. That was all that was out here. Behind us, there was a lot of cattle, and my kids, when they were little, they used to feed the cattle. They come up to the gate and they feed the horses and feed the cows, and so they would break out of their owner's fence and come to meet the kids at the gate, and the kids would feed them. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of noisy, but there's lots of traffic. We're right like next to I-35 going south, so there's lots of noise, lots of road noise. So I want to apologize ahead of time about the traffic and the road noise. I know it's kind of loud, but I just wanted to show you a different view than the way that we came, just so you wouldn't get bored. Seeing the same old thing. I know lots of people see houses and cars and stuff all the time, so we're making our way back towards the house. We're at 1.39 miles, and so we'll still get 2 miles going this route. A little bit noisier, but you can still get your 30 minutes in. We're at 26 minutes 17 seconds or so, so we're getting there. We'll get a half hour in. It'll be a good walk. Just finished a late breakfast, and that's a good time to go for a walk, is after a meal. So if you have breakfast, go for a 30-minute walk after breakfast. And then if you have dinner, you know, if you have it in the late evening, or, you know, 6 or 7 o'clock, go take you a 30-minute stroll through the neighborhood and help burn those calories off. Even though you ate a big meal, you can still walk for about 30 minutes and burn those calories off, and help yourself to lose weight. So we got it just about in, and about 27 minutes. So we'll have over 30 minutes by the time I make it back home. Just gotta watch this traffic. I'm getting ready to walk by an on-ramp, so there's lots of traffic that's coming. So we'll wait for this other Amazon van to go by, and we'll try to make it around this guardrail, so we're not on the road when these cars come. I think I'm gonna walk backwards so I can see if there's cars or anything coming, just so I can be aware if there's cars or anything coming. Then we'll know. Because walking with the traffic is kind of dangerous. So you want to kind of walk against the traffic so you can see, which is good. You know, so we got past that hazard. We can get back to the side of the road now. We couldn't go that way because there's a creek down there, so we couldn't go in the grass that way. So we had to actually walk on the actual road to get around that guardrail. Looks like the traffic's kind of died down a little bit. We can cross. We'll just cross and go over here on the other side of these barricades. That way we'll be shielded from the traffic. This lane is closed off, so we'll be okay to walk on this side. And we'll just walk back down. Walk back to the house. Yeah, but you know, again, I'm gonna try and save all those coins. I think I got $32 in pennies, which is crazy. And I've cleaned them all. I've been through them and sorted them out. There was a lot of wheat pennies in there that I didn't know that I had, and so it's a good thing that I go through them first and sort them out and clean them before I tumble them. And then once I tumble them and I'm taking them out, I look at them again to make sure I didn't miss any. So found lots of wheat pennies. I don't know if any are valuable or not, but I know they're old and cool. So I keep those separate from my other coins. And everything that I find that's of some value, I kind of keep it together. So, but I'm gonna get me one of those little scales so that when I do find jewelry, I can weigh it and I'll know how many grams that I have, and I can get an approximate value of the gold content in the items that I have. Those two little pendants that I found, they don't weigh very much. They may be a gram, if that, maybe a couple. But that one, I'm thinking it's probably 5 or 6 grams. It's pretty solid. It's got the same little symbol on the front. I'm not sure who that is, but it's a lady with a long robe, with praying hands. I've seen that symbol before. I should know who that is, but I see it a lot of times in the Catholic faith with that same symbol. I don't know. I should know, but I don't know who that is. There's some tile if anybody needs some tile. Looks like they pulled up some tile and left it on the road. Probably flew off the back of somebody's truck. They were going to the dump. But yeah, we're working down. This is the service road of I-35 going south. If you keep just following this road, you go through a couple towns west, Elmont, and then Waco's not too far from there. And that's where I'm from. I was born and raised in Waco, Texas. And so we moved here probably when I was in my teens, or right before I was a teen. We moved to Dallas, and so that's where we are now. Grew up in Dallas, went to high school in Dallas, and then went to college down at PV in Prairie View, Texas, and here we are. Got married young. Got married as soon as we graduated high school. We both went to school together, and so we were married while I was in college, and so we've been married since '87. Is when we had our actual wedding. 1987 until now. What's that, 37 years, I think, or so? We just had our anniversary. I think it was 37. We married 37 years. Probably kind of unheard of. We've been together that long. My wife has been on her job the whole time. She started her job in the 10th grade as an intern and started getting paid, and so she's been there over 40 something years. That's her one and only job. I can't tell you how many jobs I've had. I've had lots of jobs. I've done lots of things, from fast food to making galvanized fencing to home building, home remodeling, all kinds of construction stuff. I'm gonna cross the street and we're gonna go against the traffic so we can see what's going on. And plus there's a little shade. Not very much, but every so often we get under a tree like this and we get a little break. So all this acres, this is about probably about 60 acres behind my house, right here. And it is, I think it's zoned business or something like that. It's not residential. I think they've been trying to rezone it and zone it to residential, but we kind of been fighting it because we like the view. We have some, you know, just a little bit left of the wildness and the country still here, and so they've been trying to build houses on it, and we keep showing up at the meetings, and so they're kind of mad at us because we won't let them build houses. They tried to put in like an apartment complex and some houses, and we said no. We don't want that blocking my view. That's why I moved out here, because it was wide open. Look, all this open space. There's a pond over there. There's a creek that runs through there. That's where I take my dogs to let them go play in the pond and in the creek bed. My kids grew up playing in that creek bed, looking for fossils and finding shells and, you know, sliding down the mud little thing that's right there. And so they grew up playing that thing, and now they want to dig it up or cover it up and then put some apartments there and block our whole view. And we kind of said, nah, we rather not. We kind of like it the way it is. There's lots of wildlife out here, lots of coyotes, still a lot of rabbits and armadillos, lots of bobcats, and so we don't like them messing with it. And if they dig, that's gonna mess up the runoff and mess with the ecosystem over here. And so they don't, they say they realize that, and so they were gonna have somebody come and look at it, and they were gonna do it to where it wouldn't mess with the ecosystem. But it does. As soon as you alter it and mess with it, it messes up things, the natural way that things flow. That water flows a certain way. I think where this house is down here, one of the model homes, if you go to look on the maps, or look on the what is that, the little globe thing that you can look at. You can go back in time and look at it, and you can see that there actually used to be a pond that this house is sitting on. They probably don't know. The owners probably don't know. But I've taken a look at it because I wanted to go detecting. So back this way down into those, on the other side of that tree line that you can probably see, there was a mobile home park. That was actually the first mobile home park that was here in Glen Heights. I read about it when I was looking up the history of Glen Heights, and that mobile home park, that guy built that mobile home park and then had Glen Heights incorporated in, I think, 1959. And so I wanted to go and detect over there because they moved the mobile home park but it's grown up so much that you can't get in there. And so I tried to go over there like on the four-wheeler and try and, you know, see if I can get in there. But I mean, there's so much. There's even bamboo over there. You know, bamboo is not native to Texas, and so somebody planted that bamboo. So there was probably a house there or something. I remember growing up as a kid, my aunt had bamboo in her yard, like on one side of the yard. And I've heard old timers say, like, if you ever see bamboo or some tulips growing out in the middle of nowhere, there was probably a house close by. And so I saw that bamboo, and that was like the first thing that I thought about. I say, oh, there probably used to be a house right here. I want to go and detect there and see what I can find. But it is crazy. The bamboo is higher than a 3 or 4 story building. I mean, it's grown straight up, and so you can't get in there. They had a temporary kind of path through there, and that's where I used to ride the four-wheeler and go through that spot. But now you can't even get through it. It's grown up so much because nobody's traveled it. They haven't done any work over there. And the grass, and they don't cut it because somebody owns it, but they're not doing anything with it. So it's like super tall. There's no more cattle over that way. I haven't seen those cattle in years, probably 5-10 years. Last time I saw the cattle. I mean, there was a ton of them. There was 50 head of cattle that used to walk up to us, and they used to get out of the guy's gate all the time, and I run them back, send them back home and everything. But now I don't know what they went to or what happened to them or anything. But yeah, we love this area. That's why we moved here, because it was kind of open and quiet. When we moved to this neighborhood, there was only 4 houses here. There was 2 model homes, which is that house that's right there on the corner was a model home, and that's the one where the pond was that I'm sure they don't know about. So there was a pond there that they drained and filled up and covered, and they built that house on top of it. So I don't know what that's going to do to the house. I don't know if it's going to sink or mess with the foundation eventually in 30 years, but so far it's still going, because it's been 20 years or so since we've been here, and it's still standing. I don't know. I don't know if they're having any foundation problems or not, but we're headed back, and we're almost back home, and we've already done 2.11 miles. So it was pretty quick. Been 41 minutes, so we got over 30 minutes in. So we got hit our exercise goal for today, and so we'll be doing this again tomorrow. I'll be out getting my exercise in, just trying to stay healthy, trying to keep a healthy weight, and it's helping with my blood pressure, my diabetes. I'm trying to get off of all this medicine and these pills and stuff, and so that's one reason I'm trying to be healthy. I was like against getting on any kind of medication, diabetic medication or anything at first. So I was really against that. My neighbors out doing things. Good morning. How you doing? No, the next door. Every day, yeah, out walking.
I was just talking about how wonderful you are.
Oh, thank you. Out walking, doing my YouTube videos. All right. One of my neighbors, good neighbors. I take care of her yard. I do her yard. One of 3 yards that I do here. And I never sit still. Never do. Hey, what's happening now? So I'm just out here doing all I can. Hey, it's not a lot of money, but it's good money, and I put it towards my exterior elite that I should be getting here. And so we're gonna end this video. We're gonna end this walk. I'm just about home, and until next time, we'll see y'all on the next video. This is Steve at Digging Dallas Metal Detecting, and thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my videos. If you like my content, let me know. If you don't like my content, let me know. Hit me up, leave a comment, and tell me what you don't like about my videos. Or if you love my videos, tell me why you love my videos. Or just say hi. Even if you don't have anything good or bad to say, just say hello in the comments, and let me know what you think if you want to. So till next time, peace.